Alright, this is HexagonalSpy, this spy, and we're back to check on the Abyss Shadow deck. I'm sorry I need to cut that short, but I was about to reach my limit. So now we can pick up where we left off. Didn't really fully explain this to you what this card can do, but when your opponent special summon 2 monsters or more, you can destroy those cards and send all the monsters with the exact same name to the card graveyard, either in the hand or in the deck, be in the graveyard. Alright, let's check on the next card. Call of the Haunted, we've already reviewed on that on part 1. Monster Reborn. This brings back a monster from your player's graveyard. Cherry Maida, we will also review on this one as well from the last video. Mr. Tomato, also review on this card as well. Heavy Storm, the spell card destroys all the spells and traps upon the field. So again, this brings you, when this card is destroyed from the field and sent to the graveyard, you can bring out a monster with 15,000 or less tap points to your hand, show it to your opponent, and shuffle your deck. Dark General Freed. During the draw phase, Dark General Freed's effect activate will be activated on that point. If its effect, instead of conducting your normal drawn phase, you can add level 4 Dark Monster from a deck straight to your hand instead of your normal drawn phase. Also, as long as that card's on the field, your opponent cannot target. Neither player can target up Dark Monsters with spell cards by targeting. Dark Refer. This card can be special summoned by sending a level 5 or higher Dark Monster from your hand to the graveyard. It's special summon Dark Refer to the field. And while it's on the field, you send 1 Dark Monster from your hand to the graveyard to send 1 Dark Monster from your deck to the graveyard. Pretty cool effect. Card Safe Return, a continuous spell card. As long as it's on the field, when the monster and your graveyard is special summoned to your side of the field, you can get the draw card. Handy effect, but not much people use it often. Here's one of the cards that's going to be a backbone to the Abyss Shadow deck. The continuous spell card, Veil of Darkness. While this is on the field, during your draw phase, if you drew a Dark Monster, you can discard it to draw again. If it's no Dark Monster, draw again. You can keep doing it until you reach to a spell or trap. And one of the most powerful cards in the Abyss Shadow deck, Prometheus, King of the Shadows. When it's summoned to the field, you can move out the number of Dark Monsters from a graveyard to have it against 400 extra attack points for each one of them you banish from your graveyard. Cool effect. Its effect, however, its powers boast will return to normal at the end of your turn. And now we reached the final card of the deck. Oh, if you're wondering, don't worry, it doesn't recruit without any synchros. This is the extra deck for the Abyss Shadow deck, so let's check. Underworld Fighter Balmog. When this card is destroyed by a card effect, it's sent to your graveyard. You can target a level 4 or lower monster from your graveyard, except this card to special summon that target. TG Hyper Librarian. Every time a single monster is single summoned, you can get to draw a card. Cool effect. Allied Justice Catastor. When it does in battle, at the damage calculation, it battles a non-dark monster, you can automatically destroy that monster. Cool effect, but if it goes up against a dark monster, it doesn't work. Celestial Wolf, Lord Below Sirius. When this card is sent from your field to the graveyard, its effect activates in the graveyard. It can target up one monster on the field to lose its attack points equal to Celestial Wolf's attack points, 2,400 to be exact. Dark Highlander, okay. Alright. Neither player can synchro summon, and while it's on the field, once per turn, you can select one monster your opponent controls that is equipped with an equips card, destroy all equipped cards to that monster, and inflict 400 points of damage to your opponent for each card destroyed. Sweet effect. Chaos King Archfiend. When it does in battle against an opponent's monster, it switches the attack and defense points of the monsters does battle, except for Chaos King Archfiend because his attack point is the same as his defense points, to 600 to be exact. Almost like Shield and Sword. Thought-Roar Archfiend. Alright, when this card is destroyed in battle, destroys a monster in battle, you can gain life points equal to destroy monster's attack points. However, when your opponent targets up a card with an effect of a card, you can pay up 1,000 life points to negate that card. It does say trap. Because it being a psychic type. Yes. When a spell trap card targets up a psychic monster, you could use this card effect to pay up 1,000 life points to negate that effect of a card and destroy it if the opponent activates that card. Let's go to the next one. Dargan Dragon is a double-edged sword synchro monster, and the reason why is that you can pay off its attack and defense points by 500 apiece to target one opponent's monster in the field to send it to the graveyard. Like I said, it's a double-edged sword card, but only used for last resorts. Foil Dragon, one of the strongest synchro monsters. Once per turn, while you have no cards in your hand, you can negate the opponent's spell and trap card and activation once per turn. Cool effect. But you gotta have no hands, got no cards in your hand to do it. Black Skull Dragon. If you remember this card from Duelist Kingdom, it's the card that Yugi and Joy pulled off against the Paradox Brothers and against each other at Duelist Kingdom in the semifinals before going against Pegasus. Black Skull Dragon can be fusion summoned by combining the Summoned Skull and Red Eyes Blood Dragon. Red Dragon Archfiend, Jack's favorite monster. When it does battle against opponent's defense monster, destroys all defense monsters on your opponent's field, all goes to the graveyard if it does battle against a defense monster. Oh, the drawback is if you have a monster that has an attack at the end phase, Archfiend destroys that monster if it has an attack yet. But your monster should be fine if you already attack all of your monsters. Red Nova Dragon. Jack Atlas earned this when he seeks new power, just the same as Yusei Fudo seeks power by gain Exile Synchro. This one, however, doesn't require that. This one requires 2 tuners for synchro summoning. It requires 2 tuners and Red Dragon Archfiend. This card gains 500 for every tuner monsters that's in your graveyard. And when your opponent declares the attack, you can banish this card to negate the attack. And during the end phase, special summon this by its own effect, if it's banished by its own effect. Oh, and this card cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. Well, that's pretty much about it. What you need to know about the Abyss Shadow deck, gentlemen and ladies. So if you have any questions, subscribe to me, or if you have any questions, talk to me if you be able to, or check out my other videos. This is HexagonalSpy, the Spy, sign off.